Hello, my name is Calvin and I'm a natural sciences student at Robinson College, Cambridge, and I've been playing guitar for 6 years now, mainly classical. So to begin with, as classical guitar, there are also three main types of guitar that you can buy. So there's the steel string guitar, which has steel strings wound in different types of metal, used for mainly pop and country music. There is the nylon string guitar, like this one here, with strings of nylon, obviously, were used mainly for classical and flamenco music. And the electric guitar seen in popular culture, used to rock and jazz music. So as I've said, this is a nylon string guitar, and as with every guitar, it has 6 strings. And when tuned in standard tuning, although other tunings can be used, the strings are tuned through thickest to thinnest as E, A, D, G, B, E. So as you can tell, the strings are tuned in fourths. The guitar is played by fretting notes with the left hand and plucking them with the right hand. So when I say fretting, that means using your fingers to press down the strings in these frets here, which effectively moves the nut and changes the length of the string to therefore change the pitch of the note played. Moving up semitones is achieved by going singular frets, as each increase in one fret corresponds to an increase in the semitone in the pitch of the note. So as with piano in notation, the fingers of the left hand are denoted by numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the thumb is very rarely used in classical guitar music, as opposed to it's more commonplace in country music, pop music, and rock music. The right hand, which plucks the notes, is labelled through the Spanish naming system of the fingers. So P for the thumb, I for the index finger, M for the middle finger, and I for the ring finger, which are through the Spanish names of each of the individual fingers. So one can play the strings with the right hand in different ways. The two main ways we have in classical music of playing the strings are through apoyando and tirando strokes. So apoyando is a Spanish word for rest stroke, which effectively means when you play a note, you come to rest on the string below the note you've just played. It gives a slightly warmer and rounder tone to the note that you're actually playing, as opposed to a tirando, which would then be a free stroke where you come to rest into the palm, which then gives a slightly brighter but also slightly thinner and sharper sound potentially. So if I was playing apoyando lick, it's slightly warmer compared to how I'd play it tirandos. And the combination of the two can make a more interesting sort of sounds to the phrases that you play with throughout your music. So moving on from the right hand techniques, we have the special left hand techniques, mainly comprised of hammering on and pulling off notes, which effectively plays the strings with the left hand instead of the right hand. So if I were to hammer on, we would play a note and then use the next finger of the left hand to hammer on to the next note without using the right hand. In music notation, this is equivalent to a slur, so it creates a slightly smoother transition between the notes, as opposed to staccato, where you could release pressure in the left hand or use your right hand to cover the strings to create a sharper staccato note. And other techniques we have for playing is the pulling off, which is the equivalent. Instead of increasing in pitch, as with the hammer on, as we have, we can pull off the note to go down in pitch for still achieving the slurred effect. So we can also, obviously, as is common with lots of popular culture songs or other types of songs, you can strum the guitar. And there's a standard way of doing this, just moving up and down in particular rhythms, changing chords. But one can also use flamenco techniques for strumming, or rasgueado, using percussive techniques, or other techniques common to other genres. On top of strumming, we have one more main technique that we can use in our notes, And playing common mainly in classical, although it has been used in more pop music recently, as well as jazz, which is the use of the harmonic, which you can achieve on many string instruments such as the violin. But you achieve the natural harmonics on the guitar on the 12th, 7th, and 5th fret. So if I play a harmonic on the 12th, on the 7th, and on the 5th, they can be used in especially lots of classical music and romantic music to mix up the timbre of the instruments and achieve a slightly different sound as opposed to the common plucking sound of the notes.